Hello everyone, my name is Abhay Prasad and I am a blockchain professional. In this session, we'll see how to deploy an Ethereum with AWS blockchain template. So here is the list of agenda. So first of all, we will set up the VPC. Second, we'll set up a Bastion host so that the external client can communicate with the network. Third, installation of MetaMask, which will contains all the Ether. Fourth, we'll create a network with the AWS blockchain template. Fifth, we'll connect the Ethereum network with on AWS using a proxy. Sixth, we'll write our Solidity code using the Remix IDE. And at last, we'll compile and deploy our smart contract on the AWS blockchain. We will set up the VPC and then we'll start setting up the Bastion host. Here we have set up the Bastion host that will accept connections from external client outside of our VPC. The Bastion host is an EC2 instance which lives on the public subnet in a different ability zone from our Ethereum nodes. Now we will create this Ethereum network as a stack using CloudFormation. I'm going to name our blockchain network stack to be My Ethereum Stack. Scroll down to the next section where we can specify the parameters of our Ethereum network. Now this is where I am going to paste in the address of the account that I created using MetaMask client. The miner account on this node will also be the account which we created using MetaMask client. The key pair that we will use to connect will be the key pair of the VPC which we created. We already have a security group for our Ethereum nodes, SG for EC2. We require the EC2 instance profile ARN. This is the ARN for the my EC2 role that we created earlier. The Ethereum network will run on Ethereum VPC that we created, and the subnet for our Ethereum node is the private subnet that we had set up within the VPC. We will only need to specify the subnet for the load balancer, which include the two public subnet that we set up earlier. That is pub/sub1 and pub/sub2. We also set up the security group for our application load balancer SG4ALB. The load balancer will use Elastic Container Service role, which allows it to interact with our container cluster. This is the container cluster running on our Ethereum network. AWS blockchain template also allows to set a monitoring tool such as ETHStat and ETHExplorer. We can simply go ahead and click the checkbox acknowledging the AWS CloudFormation, which might create IAM resources, and then click on create button at the bottom. This is the Ethereum CloudFormation stack. We might have to wait for a couple of minutes for all of the resources to be up and running. In the event section, we can see the current status of our stack creation and what the progress is like. Additional events are populated as they are complete. Once the CloudFormation stack is created successfully, we will be having the rest 3 EC2 instances created for us. The Bastion host is of type T2 micro and rest of the other instances are of type T2 medium. So this is the remix editor where I have written the smart contract to track the sale of the product, and this is the MetaMask account. So basically this MetaMask account will contains the detail of my account where I have right now 6 ether, and that is in not in the main network, that is in the Ropstein test network. So these are the details of the networks available right now. So using this account, the transaction will happen. So injected web3. So we are going to inject this particular account. So here it is asking for the permission. Remix Ethereum ID would like to connect to our account. So it is going to connect. So once we connect, then automatically it will populate the address of that particular uh, account. So this is the address right now. Okay, so this is the address. So If you see, it is exactly matching the same. Now the compile is successful. So now we will go to deploy. So here we can do the deployment. Here we have a contract. The contract name is product contract, and now we are going to deploy it in the Ethereum test network, that is Ropsten network. So we'll click on the deploy. So right now here the deployment is happening. It is asking for the uh, transaction access, which will come in the MetaMask account. So this is the gas fee. So this is the amount of gas which will be charged for the deployment of this particular contract. So we'll give the confirmation for this. So once we get the confirmation, it will start deploying that particular contract. Now as you can see, it is successfully deployed, and if you click on this, it will give the deployment details. So this is the status: transaction mined and executed successfully. This is the transaction hash, and all those details of the deployment will come. And once it is deployed, then this is our deployed contract will come here. The product contract is deployed. If you want to see the details of this, so we'll click on that. So these are the functionalities available in our contract. So we can change the owner of the product. We can put the car up for sale. So here our product is car, so we can put the car up for sale and take off the market, and these are the car details which we can see. So now we will see the car detail. If we give the index, so it is asking for the index. So index 0, we'll see the detail of the car. So if we just click on the call, it is giving the detail of first car. So here it is showing the address owner right now. So the car, nobody is the owner, and the status of the car for sale, whether it is up for sale or not. So it is true. So this car is up for sale, and if we see the price of this particular car is priced $4,000. Now if you want to see the detail of some other car, let's say which is at the index 1, so we need to click to we need to enter index 1 and click on the call. So it is calling, and if you see the detail of this particular car, second car, the address owner, again it is nobody is the owner right now, so it is up for sale, and the price for this particular car is $6,000. So as we saw, both the car are up for sale, and anybody can purchase the car. So let's say somebody has purchased the car. Maybe I'm going to purchase the car, so I have to give the details for this in this particular function. So we will go to change owner. In the change owner, I have to give the index. So I'm going to purchase the car which is at index, so the very first car, and here I have to give the address, my MetaMask address. So that address I am going to collect it from my MetaMask account. So I need to just go to this account and just click on this. So I've just copied it, and I'm just going to paste it here. So this is the address. So uh, now this address is going to change to my address. So I will do the transaction. So again it will ask for the confirmation from the MetaMask account. So once so now here it is the gas fee. So for this particular transaction it is asking this much gas fee, and I will give the confirmation. So once it is confirmed, uh, now that it will take some little amount of time, so because the mining is happening. So here is the confirmation we got. So this is the transaction confirmed, the MetaMask confirmation. And if you see the details, so this is the status, this is the transaction hash, and from this is a from address, and it is going to the which particular account, and here is the hash and transaction cost, this much amount cost. So all these details are given here. Now if you want to see the status of the car which is at index 0, we have to enter the index and just we have to call. So now we can see that the car owner has been changed. So I am the owner of this particular car, and this is for sale. Now it is changed to false. So since the car has been purchased recently, I have purchased this car recently. So the status of the sale is right now changed to false. So this car is not for sale right now. So this is about the change owner. Now we will see who take off the market. So as we know that the car one was initially uh, put up for the sale. Now we are going to change the car status, or we'll change or we'll take it off the market. So we are going to enter the index. So right now index is 1, so we are going to take it off the market. So we need to just call this particular transaction, and again it will ask for the confirmation from the MetaMask account. And here it is asking for this much fee, so this is a gas fee, and we have to give the confirmation. So again it will take some amount of time, and it will uh, change the status of this particular car from uh, on sale to off sale. So here is the confirmation detail, and we got the confirmation that the transaction has successfully completed, and these are the detail of the transactions. So now we will see the status of car 1. So we'll call this function. So this is the so car at index 1. So the status of this car is false. If you see, it is false. So we have successfully changed the status of the car from on sale to off sale. Now uh, we'll see put car up for sale. Now again what we will try to do to put this car on sale. So we have to just call this particular function and give it the index. So this second car we are going to change, and we have the option to uh, change the price also here. So let's say from 6,000, right now the car price is 6,000, we want to change it to 8,000. So we'll just give $8,000 and we will start the transaction. So again it will ask for the confirmation from the my MetaMask account, and for this particular transaction it is asking for this gas fee, and once we give the confirmation it will put the car uh, up for the sale. So it will take some little amount of time. So here it is. So it is successfully transaction has been successful. And if you want to see the detail, so this is the transaction detail. And again now if you want to see the status of the car, so the car, if again this is it's the same index, and so right now it is false. So if you call once again, so the status changed to true. So this car is up for sale and the price has also been changed.